Laura Williams, 1,400.
Independents claim victory at the hands of Student First, and online voting fails to solve student apathy in the 2009 UMSU election. This is Fuse FM News.
Fuse FM.
Welcome to the Fuse FM Union Election Special. I'm Tighe, and Fuse News has extensively covered the UMSU elections which have been happening this week. All week, these people's manifestos have been on this wall, and in this building they've been voting for who will be their representatives for the next year. No ballot boxes, just cardboard boxes were the only ones available for this year's election. With the introduction of online voting, students had to exercise their democratic rights purely over the internet. But this didn't prevent candidates from bombarding Oxford Road with campaign material. But what's the point of voting in the union elections? And I put this question to Sarah Wakefield, who is running for a general member of council for the Faculty of Humanities.
The student union has so much potential. It has so much to offer students. There's absolutely key posts such as the welfare position and academic affairs, and these are massively important for students because if you have any form of problem with the university in terms of getting marks back, in terms of misunderstandings, and you feel that you yourself just don't have the capacity to represent yourself because it's just too much, you can't take on the system. You have representation in this building, someone whose full-time job is to represent the students to the university.
This year's contest was set to be a battle between two major groups of students, the Students First coalition led by sympathisers to Labour, and an independent group of student activists.
1,100.
Independents emerged victorious, as all but one of the Students First candidates for the executive were defeated.
Laura Williams, 1,400.
Independent candidate Laura Williams narrowly defeated Kate Alder in the last round of vote transfers to emerge as a new campaigns officer. Here's what she had to say on her triumph.
I was just a bit confused, it's quite hard. I think, just so much in such a short space of time, but yeah, I won just about.
What would be the first thing you're hoping to do when you get in?
Make my campaign's handbooklet that I've been blabbering on about for weeks, it feels like. I must have said that about 1 million times to different people, so I'm going to make my campaign's handbooklet, that's what I'm going to do.
It wasn't just the candidates up for debate, however. Outgoing communications officer Robbie Gillett voiced his concerns about online voting.
There's an argument to be made about the deliberation that happens around the voting. So when people are voting and they're online and they're atomised in their bedroom or at their computer terminal, there's something to be said for the sense of purpose and the sense of place when you do it on paper and you have to walk into the union and you have to vote then. And there's that debate to be had. I'm not sure where I stand on that debate, whether having a lot less deliberation but more participation is a good thing, or less participation but more deliberation in terms of a paper ballot.
But Deputy Returning Officer Ali Yazdi defended the system, insisting it allowed students who normally wouldn't be able to participate the ability to vote.
It's the first election that, say, students who are on placement or don't have time between lectures to come visit the union actually got the chance to vote. So if turnout hasn't increased drastically, I'm not too upset about that. I think it's important that we've taken the ballot box from outside of, just up a march up the union steps and actually put it in people's bedrooms.
These concerns aside, it was a night of great change in the Students' Union. General Secretary-elect Gabriel Hassan spoke of his plans for next year.
This Students' Union is for every student, and I want to make sure that every student benefits from the Student Union, and I want to make sure that this Student Union represents everyone, and I want to make sure that this Students' Union does what every student wants. This is about 40,000 students at Manchester. They're going to be represented.
It seems we're in for an interesting time next year. Issues of turnout and politics will undoubtedly play a role in every election to come. But what do students get out of this process? Student William Hessen shared with us his motivation for voting.
It means my only chance to have any input in the union. I can't go up to the Vice Chancellor and tell him what I think he's doing wrong, but it does give you the opportunity to get out to make your voice heard.
So there we go again, another election's over for another year. Whether or not the executive is able to live up to the high expectations it set itself, we just don't know yet. We'll find that out next year. And with questions of turnout still raising whether or not students really participate in these elections, again, we just don't know what's happening. But one thing is for certain, tonight has been a night of an extraordinary set of upsets and exciting results, and it can only mean a positive future for the University of Manchester Student Union. Reporting for Fuse FM, I'm Tighe.